All right, so for this entire unit that we're going to be doing over the next amount of time, we're going to be building gear mechanisms that show understanding of basic mechanical stuff. And to do that, you can see I'm pressing the right button or the left button to move it either clockwise or counterclockwise. So today, all we're going to do is we're going to forget about all this. We'll do this later. All we need today is just to get this thing programmed so we can plug a motor into port E, and we can press either the left or right button to make the motor move one direction or the other, either clockwise or counterclockwise. So for the build part, all you need is just these two things. That's it. And so let's go ahead and we're going to get the code running, and we're going to program this today to move, and then later we'll build the frame and start adding gears and making things. Okay, so we're in our Lego Spike software. Let's make a new project. Word blocks, awesome. We're actually not going to use the when program starts, so I'm going to delete that. Go down to events, and the two events we want is we don't want to worry about the event of when the program starts or whatever. We just want to make sure that we're worried about when we press these buttons, okay? So I'm going to put one of them out for when left button pressed. And then we'll do everything here, and then we'll just change it backwards for the right button. Okay, so we're going to start working on this left button. Okay, so we got when left button pressed out. Let me make this a little bigger so we can see it maybe better. All right, there we go. So there we go. So that's what we're going to go first. Hey, we are not moving a robot around in physical space. This is for when you have two motors on two wheels that move things around. We're not doing that. We're just going to command a motor to do whatever we tell it to do. So I'm going to go up to the top one, which is just motors. All right, so it's just motors. And I'm going to go in here, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to use this little combination. And it's going to be start the motor, and by default it's plugged into E. Mine is plugged into E, so that works great. Perfect. Okay, so when I press the left button, it's going to start the motor, but the problem is it would never start, or it would never stop. What I want to do is when I take my finger off of the button, or so when I release my finger, I want the thing to run and start the motor and run until I let go or release the button. And then I want it to stop. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the motor, and I'm going to go down here to control. And we're going to go to wait until. So we're going to run the motor waiting until something happens. And what is it we want to happen? Go down here to sensors. And right down here we have one left button pressed. So I'm going to click that, and in order to put it in there, you have to keep mind on this part over here, and there it is. Got it in there. So when the left button's pressed, start running the motor until the left button's pressed. No, until it's released. So change that to release. And then once we've let go of the button, what do we want to happen? We want to stop that motor. So we're going to go right up here, back to motors at the very top, and stop the motor. Okay, let's try this part right now and see if it works. So I'm going to upload my code by pressing play. And you can see the motor is right here. I press the button with the left. Now when I let go, it stops. Press the button, let go, it stops. Perfect. This is working great. But we can't move it the other one. The right button still doesn't do anything. So let's just go ahead and go back in here. We'll save ourselves a little bit of time by duplicating. So right-click this and duplicate. This wouldn't be very useful because it does the exact same thing. So we're going to change this to the right button. And we want to change it to run the motor, but in the opposite direction. So right now this is looking like clockwise. We're going to change this to counterclockwise for the right button. So the left button runs it clockwise. The right button runs it counterclockwise. And then we don't want it to, not when the left button's released, when the right button's released, it'll stop. All right, let's stop that and press play to download the program again. And with any luck, we might have this thing working. Let's see. So we have our left button. That already worked. Let go and it stops. The right button. So if we look at this, and it's hard to see, Let me put a turn indicator on here real quick so make it see easier. Now we can see it better. So one's one direction, back, forth, depending on which button I decide to press. And no matter what, when I let my finger go, it stops. All right, as soon as you got that running, come and show it to me. Thank you. And in the next video, we'll make a frame so we can mount the motor to it. And then after that, we can start building whatever we want to power with this motor. So when we press the button, it's going to run and turn our gears or move things the way we want it to move.